And I've been talking to nothing here. The stream had not started. So now we're functioning. A quick recap. We've got the stats. Big number to watch out for is 23 up above. Up here. MCV, POC, overnight high, etc. We've got a lot of longs on the hook from overnight. Here's our day trade. This is the new MC drawn around the last 2 days. The third day starting out right there. See that a little bit lower. And hopefully I'll get this figured out. Here we go. Now this could be the squeeze down, getting those longs trapped in. I have to break away for a presentation at 9, top of the hour. So at the moment, it's a bit of a mean reversion around 5 points. Exactly. Not any good for me. Make sure that resets. I got to talk to the people at Bookmap. There we go. Well, we're going to now move across, heading for that 23, I would suppose. But we're at, right now we're just mean reverting around the top and the bottom. Again, 5 points. So if you're fast enough to get on it there and scale out there, well, better man than I am, or better trader than I am, that's for sure. One of the most important things to remember in situations like this for myself is anticipate to participate, quote Tom from T-Lab, and have your structured trades in mind before the market gets there, and absolutely don't FOMO them. If they go by, there's another bus coming. Multiple opportunities a day. No problem. And I hope all this is working well now that I didn't click created the broadcast but didn't click the start streaming. It's my interest is not to be a YouTube wizard necessarily. I mean, it would be great to have a few 100,000 subscribers and make a pile of money like Mr. Beast, but my goal of this stream is that it is a video journal and record of what I do. Transparent trades, it's live, nothing is hidden, and I can review it and hear myself, hear what I'm thinking. That's the purpose of the narration, to be able to hear what I'm thinking and go, wow, you're on tilt, dude, when I replay the streams. That's the thinking. Now, the darker of the volume point of controls is the overnight stream or the total full stream or Globex, and the lighter color is the session. And they're just smacking it back and forth here from the looks of things. There are no more reports. Let me just check quickly. Oh, man. Well, we've got a FOMC speaker at the current, and then the Fed governor's going to start in 18 minutes. There's no other reports. We had two primarily important reports: initial jobless and Philadelphia manufacturing, but those are both behind us now. So I don't see any numbers to worry about it. You know, can always be news. Who the hell knows? So we've taken out the overnight VPOC stat. We've taken out the mid stat. We've got overnight high above us and overnight low below us. Not by far, but down there. The IB high and the IB low are the high and low of the first hour of trade. We have a stat from the T-Lab called IB30, which is Rod pulled the stats that 80-some% of the time, a new IB high or low is put in place in the second 30 minutes. So we call that the IB30. In other words, the high of the first 30 minutes is, or low of the first 30 minutes is taken out in the second 30 minutes. Been pretty consistent stat, however. So are we going to get to 23, baby? Testing that high. If they get a longs, don't really have any shorts in the market necessarily that I can see. Let's see if we're on the right screen and whatever else. I'm not Mr. DJ guy, I guess. Trying to get the sound straight, clear, yet constant volume. Supposedly have that set up with some new features in the OBS streaming. It looks a little low still to me. Supposed to be able to pick up lows and highs and even them out. I filtered the call, but it doesn't seem to work for me. And here we go for 23, I'm guessing. And there's settle. That would have been a, I don't take structured trades where off the VPOC. However, this mean reversion low to high is arguably one to have taken. I did not, obviously. Didn't see it. And that's within the first 5 minutes of trade, which is always pretty volatile. And as I said, early on. I have to drop off in about 10 minutes here to set up for another presentation. Some other folks. So that's pretty annoying. Interrupt my concentration and the possibility to make a little money here. I would say these longs are pretty rambunctious to get back up to that 23. See here that 23 is the overnight, is yesterday's point of control. We're at 20 and a half now for the IB high and high of day so far for the RTH. They're looking at this 23 is my guess. It looks like a breakout trade, but might take that. This low volume area right here around the IB high is gives me pause. And there's some liquidity here that just moved out of the way that was taken out. The trade would have been, obviously, the mean reversion from the lows. I don't have any trade that sets up off of VP myself. I spent too many years gone by where you don't diddle in the middle, and epoch is the middle. That is not the middle of the trading range, would be here, and is this one, but it is the point of most traded volume. And they're struggling to get above that 423. Not going to take that. That doesn't, that would constitute a breakout. Now there's a pullback here. This might prove to be interesting. But it isn't really a structured trade other than we do have settle and this liquidity here. We had 75 stops out here and 28 out here, so there's a bit of exhaustion. But now I'm late by 2 points, right? Point and a half. So that's not a good position to be in. They're going to hit that 23 now. I'm on the right screen, and everything else is going correct. So disappointing that I haven't engaged. Always nice to have a trade under your belt. A few chips in the kitty. But that's also one of the downfalls of most retail traders. Just market opens and they jump in there like they're killing snakes. So that's just whipping and spurring and flapping trades back and forth. And I see these buttons like reverse and all these kind of things. It's just stuff is just put in there specifically to trap retail and get them to overtrade. And that's why the statistics for retail trader success is so horrific. They approach it like a video game or no plan. In reality, trading is a statistics business, exactly like casinos. It's not gambling whatsoever. It's a statistical business. You have you vet a specific trade setup. Let's say the IB high failure in a rotational trade. So they've tested the IB high. This is hypothetical. IB high test comes through, pulls back. You know that you have a statistical edge because you have collected data over a statistically significant data set. you know that you have an edge when you take that trade. Whenever that sets up, you take it. And you take it enough times, the edge will manifest itself. That's exactly how a casino works. They are not gambling whatsoever. All of the outcomes in trading and in gambling or casino are random. You don't know whether that trade's gonna work or not, but you have a vetted, statistically significant data set that tells you you have a 65 or 75 or whatever percent it is edge that every time you take an IB failure, you will get a positive outcome. And that's exactly what the casino does. The key to it is all the play and rules have to remain absolutely constant. Casino plays exactly the same rules every hand of 21. And they know that over 1,000 hands or whatever the data set is, they will have a statistical edge or a statistical advantage of X percent. That's how that's how they make their money. And obviously they make a hell of a lot of money. Just, go to any gambling city or center anywhere in the world and have a look at what buildings they build and the lavish facilities they have and how they, give you dinner and give you drinks and your big roller comp your flights and rooms and all that stuff. It's because they have an edge, and the only way that they make their money is by having people gamble. And the more times you do that, same with trading. The more times you take a specific trade setup, the more opportunities your edge has to manifest, and therefore you're become increasingly profitable. That's exactly the holy grail. That is trading as a business, as opposed to the other side of the coin, which is retail. Looking at it like it's a video game. I think this is going to go up. I've done this. It's crossed over. It's going to go down. That's just ridiculous. And that's why 90-some% of them, different numbers, anywhere from 91 or 2 up to 98% of retail traders fail and go broke. So that's enough of that. And 53. I'm going to need to shut off here in a couple of minutes for this presentation, as much as I hate to, with no trades on the book, but that's the way it goes. I will, obviously, my trading monitors and screens will remain up, but I will close the stream. So have a great day. Good luck. Trade your edge. Don't overtrade. Here we are testing the 23 pretty quick. That'll be a pivotal point. If we get through that POC and micro composite, we could get back to the highs around 35. If they reject off of that and put a squeeze on the longs, then who knows?